Hey everybody, Aural Retentive here, coming to you today with a very special video. I think you guys all know the Vinyl Countdown. If you don't, I'll put a link to his channel below because the guy is a riot, and he and I have a lot of similar philosophies on music, and you know, your guilty pleasures and 80s music and stuff, and I've been watching his channel for well, since he started, and turns out we're in the same state, and come to find out we're actually fairly close. And so through a series of exchanges, I found out he was coming to Madison to go to Strictly Discs, which is my favorite record store. So I was like, oh, maybe I could meet you there. So that's what happened. We both ended up there. Peaches and Mrs. Peaches and Peaches' mom. We did it family style, right? And so we met down there and shopped in the basement for a long time. And it's so hot down there, man. You really have to prepare if you're going to go for the long haul down in that basement where all the used vinyl is. Whew, man, I think I lost like 3 pounds. But we had a great time. It was so bizarre to see someone that I'm used to seeing just on my computer, and there they were, live and loud down in the record store. So it was really cool. He shot some video there, which I'm sure he'll be posting in his video. And I took to them. He had just done a video recently of his Madonna collection. And I was like, hey, I do a Madonna cutout, so I whipped one up and took it down to him. And he actually had something for me. And he gave me one of his t-shirts. You gotta love that. Hope I'm getting that in the screen right. Yep. More light. There we go. Yes. So that was awesome. They picked up some stuff, and I picked up some stuff, and we got in a selfie, and it was great fun. It was really great fun to, you know, hook up with another VC member. You know, he's flipping through records, and he pulls out now, and he's like, "Hey, check it out." I'm like, "Check this one out." Oh. Talking the same language, it was fun. And so you kind of see in the video what I picked up, but I thought I'd just show it again here anyway. I actually picked up a cassette down there, which is I have some cassettes and I don't really buy cassettes anymore, but this one is Z104 FM, which I don't even know if it still exists, but it's a local station, and they would put out these collections of when people came to the studio or when they went out to a location and recorded. And I have this on vinyl because it has 2 Paul Black and the Flip Kings songs. I don't know if that's going to focus, but Paul Black and the Flip Kings was a local blues guy, slide guitar. Love it, man. He is fantastic. So this has Paul Black and the Flip Kings doing Money and Red Rooster. So for 99 cents, I had to have the tape version of that too. So it goes with the collection. Alright, so what else did I get? I picked up Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Some of my more astute viewers will say, hey, you have that. You're right, I do. But this is a nice copy. The one I got was from the dollar bin, and it was like just annihilated around the edges. Not sure which way is up on this one. But yeah, picked that up. It's a single. It has 3 versions of. It has the long version. It's got the 7-inch version and the vinyl version, the instrumental version. So couldn't pass that up. Another upgrade copy is this one, Canned Heat. This is live at Topanga Corral. I picked this one up for $1 from Strictly Discs and loved it. However, like, there was a scratch pretty much across the entire record of side 2. But this has got some great tracks on here. Bullfrog Blues, 11-minute Sweet 16. It's got Dust My Broom. It was classic. I just really have a soft spot for Canned Heat. And man, they've had a ton of albums. I didn't realize they had so many albums. And I had to replace this one, so pick that up. And then I did get one Hipgnosis. Yeah, baby. Black Sabbath, Technical Ecstasy. I do love me some Black Sabbath. Not that familiar with this one though, but it's still in the shrink. Could be a repress, I suppose, but. And then there's the original inner sleeve, right? I wonder if this is a. I'll have to look that up. Not that it matters whether it's an original or not. A reprint is just fine, but I do love that cover. This would be a 5 on the art scale of the Hipgnosis ratings, right? Back is not much to speak of, but yeah. Alright. And then, so those of you who watch me know that I do collect Linda Ronstadt up to a certain point. The Nelson Riddle is where I stop. Beyond that, I don't. But I discovered there was one that I didn't have, and I came across it at Strictly Discs, and I picked it up and I put it back. And Peaches was like, he goes, "You putting it back?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the cover's just so awful." And I'm like, I just, it pains me to to pick this one up because it's so terrible. And I don't think it's even got the best songs on it, but I had to get it. So this is Linda Ronstadt's Hand Sewn. This is just like this is a terrible cover. Back's nice. They should have made the back the front, right? It's her sitting, with the big hair and the big hoop earring, right? Sitting, but what do we got in here? It's got silver threads and golden needles, which is good. But the only mama that'll walk the line. We need a lot more of Jesus and a lot less of rock and roll. And then a song called The Dolphins. So I don't know, but I believe, except for maybe a couple like the really early Stone Ponies things, I think I have all the way around stat that any human needs, and definitely all that I need. So yeah, that was that. Now, a couple additional items. Not from today. Hold on. Before I get to that, again, Peaches, thank you for reaching out and letting me know you're really coming. It was a total gas. It was just really fun. I think that's the longest time I've spent in the Strictly Discs basement. He was thorough. Went through like every section. It was incredible. And talked with Mrs. Peaches and his mom for a bit. And yeah, they were in it right with him, bringing him stuff and like, check this out. And it was pretty cool. It was good time. So my last video, I did the Vinyl Me Please opening of this. I keep messing his name up. Ayalu Mesfin, right? This is fantastic. It's not going to be for everybody, but I really, really dug it. So, like I mentioned in my other video, I have been exposed to a lot of excuse me, South African music, jazz, and rock through that site, and I've really dug it. And this is very reminiscent of that stuff, right? It's Ethiopian, so it has a different kind of feel to it. But like the very first track, which is the My Worries, Hasabe, has got like a funky jazzed up guitar and a good drum beat, and I was really pleasantly surprised. I recommend this. Now his voice, the first thing I thought of when I heard Ayalu's voice was Jello Biafra. And I do not mean that in an insulting way. It's just kind of like a really crackly, lilty kind of voice, you know, and I was like, oh my god, he sounds like Jello Biafra. But it works with the music. It really works. And the booklet, there's a giant booklet inside with this that talks about the history of Ethiopian music, you know, and early history, and then when he came onto the scene and the stuff that he went through, and it was really, it's a quite a few page booklet, and I was just kind of absorbed in reading it while I was listening to the music, and I was very pleasantly surprised. So if you pick this up, I think I don't think you're going to go wrong. I think you're really going to dig it, especially if you like, you know, funk and African jazz and stuff. I think this is good stuff. So then on to a pile of CDs. Now I have tried to keep myself from buying CDs because I know damn well that they aren't worth anything. But sometimes I can't avoid them, right? Especially when you see stuff like this. Space 1999! I didn't even know this existed. This is a soundtrack. It says original motion picture soundtrack. I don't know if there was there a Space 1999 movie and I didn't know about it? This is an import. I don't know if you can see that, but and you know, Ennio, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ennio Morricone. You know, you guys, if you're not familiar with the name, think about all the Clint Eastwood movies. You know, like Fistful of Dollars, Fistful of Gold, Good, Bad, and the Ugly. All that spaghetti western stuff. That was all Ennio Morricone. So I had to pick this up. So there's only two versions of this. There's this, and there is a vinyl version that is it's a black vinyl, and then there's one that has colored vinyl versions. I have a TV, like a Space 1999 TV one, where it's like dialogue from the TV show, or I don't know what it is. But this is actual music, and oh man, that's some cool shit right there. And they also had the Twin Peaks soundtrack. Yeah, I didn't realize there were vocals in some of these songs. There's 3 songs that have vocals. But just when you heard that music when the show started, down, down, I loved it. Natty Nation. So this is a local reggae band, and this is unopened. And I couldn't remember if I had this one or not. I don't know where my pile of Natty Nation is right now. Sorry, guys, but for $1, I was like, if I don't have it, a sealed mint copy would be nice. So I picked it up. Nothing shocking. Pretty sure I have this, but thought it'd be nice for the car, right? And same for this. Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. Not a huge Alice in Chains fan, but for whatever reason, this right here just blew my mind. Never checked this to make sure the CD was in there. It is. So I picked that up. Kiss. This was for the car too. So this is the greatest hits stuff. We're going to come back to that. Here's Public Image Limited. I do not know any of these songs, but I do like Public Image Limited, so I thought I'd give this one a try for $1. It's supposed to be 2 records on one thing, which means a 2-record set. Oh, a 2-record set on one compact disc. No idea, so I'll check that out. And then they had a King Sunny Aid. Okay, so this is like African rock, right? So I have a King Sunny Aid album, and I dug it, and so saw this. I'm like, I gotta pick that up. 9 Inch Nails Broken. I was very excited when I saw this. I'm like, oh my god, if the mini disc is in here, I'm gonna flip out. It's not, but this is still a good album. So I had this, and I had the mini disc, and I lost it, or I don't know what happened to it, but I do have the one I got from Dalton, which is over here on the wall, actually. I don't know what happened. Somebody colored on it, but I do have it. Sorry, motion sickness people are going to be having a problem with that. Daniel Johnston. My friend Otis turned me on to Daniel Johnston. I've never actually seen one of his CDs out in the wild, so I had to pick that up. He's kind of look him up, Google him. It's better you read it on your own. This is going to be some interesting stuff. And then they had some Zappa in New York, 2 CD, and Joe's Garage. This is all 3 of them. It's Acts 1, 2, and 3. Damn, I never looked to see if they're all in here. This better open up. Oh, come on. Oh, is it on only 2? Yeah, okay. Freaked out. I was looking for the 3rd CD and there's only 2. So yeah, I don't think I've ever owned this before, so I had to pick it up. Joe's Garage. So that was a bunch of CDs, but and then last but not least, they had a DVD. This is The Clash, live at the U.S. Festival. Now this, I don't know, it has that weird homemade kind of look to it, right? No barcode on the back, and then it has this important DVD information. So it talks about how the duplication system that was used, but I love this last part at the bottom. If I can get that in there. It says, if at first this DVD won't start, push stop and then push play. That should solve everything, right? It's kind of a weird, like, you know, looks like looks homemade. I don't know. But I do love The Clash, and wait a minute. Time out. I was showing that Clash, and I'm like, wait a second, there's an album I forgot. So here's another one from my Strictly Discs record adventure with Peaches. Big Audio Dynamite. That's why the Clash made me think of it, because I believe, yeah, Mick Jones. So this is not a great cover. Tighten Up is the name of the album, but here's the guys on the back. Where's Mick? Yeah, he's looking fly. Mick Jones there. I actually didn't even know that this album existed. So when I saw it there, I'm like, oh, I have to have that. So I'm going to do some Clash listening. Well, it's not technically Clash, but yeah, so I forgot to show this one too. So I have another Big Audio Dynamite that I got for $1, and it's just beat down seriously. In terms of how it looks, but it sounds, oh man, what the hell? Excuse me. It sounds great, and I also have also have a Big Audio Dynamite CD, and love that. So I was like, maybe I should pick those up. So yeah, Big Audio Dynamite. All right, so I think that is it. So that's review of the I'll Allow You Van We Please selection of the month. I've got CDs, a DVD, my stuff from the shopping trip, and oh yeah, I'm wearing that with pride. It's been in the house like a half an hour, and it's just filthy with cat hair already. Sorry. Alright, so that's it. Gonna wrap it up. I finally cooled off from being in the basement, and it was a great time. It was fun to meet someone, with similar tastes that I've been watching, and now there he was. It was so cool. So that's it. Goodbye, everybody. Hello to the Peaches family. It was very cool. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.